And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. I think we're live. Yeah, okay, cool. So, what is happening? Let's see how the NFT space is doing today. Well, what is going on here? Okay, so it's only been a couple of days since my last stream, but there is no shortage of happening in this NFT space. And if you're watching this right now and you're thinking about minting Squiggles, maybe you want to DYOR a little more. And as always, none of this is financial advice because this is the NFA channel. And so let's start off with, actually, you know what? Here's my Twitter. Give it a follow. This is where all of my information is, all the different giveaways, whitelist events, upcoming projects. This is where the real alpha is, so make sure you give it a follow. Appreciate it. All right, so let's start off with our favorite Dune Analytics by @Archin8. If you kind of look deeper at this, yeah, well, I was kind of hoping for like a trend reversal with the daily volume, but it ain't happening. Doesn't look like it's happening. We kind of hit a local top here February 1st, and ever since then, it has just been a steady decline. And now if you look over at the ETH chart, go away. February 1st was right here, and this is when ETH, this was like part of the crossover, right? When you had the MACD crossover, like down here, this is usually an indicator for a potential point to buy. So this is when ETH kind of started doing its run up, and they've been inversely related. If you've been watching my other videos, you know that usually when ETH goes up, NFTs tend to go down a little bit. And we're still kind of seeing that correlation right now, just looking at the daily volume on OpenSea, which is still the biggest NFT marketplace as of recording. Look at that, even our fees aren't quite there. And this is what, February 10th? So, I mean, I don't see February being able to top January unless something really big happens, and especially if ETH keeps ripping the way it has. It does kind of look like it's starting to slow down the momentum right here, getting pretty close to oversold, and we're approaching that EMA 200 line. So there is probably going to be a bit of resistance when you hit that point. What's up? What's up? What's up? BitConnect. What's up, Ivan? Welcome to my second stream of the week. I'm trying to keep this on a regular basis so y'all know what's up. I was just saying that ETH is on a rip and NFTs are on a dip. And I was kind of pointing to the OpenSea analytics about it, where we had the local top here, and we're just kind of, it's looking down, it's looking downhill from here. So I've actually been more cautious about buying new projects, even if I do have whitelist. Like, I currently have about 10 whitelists probably, and at this point in the market, I think I'm only going to be minting maybe 3 or 4 of those projects. And I'm going to show you towards the end later which of those projects I'm looking forward to. But yeah, so let's check out the stats in the last 24 hours. It's a weird thing that I talked about where NFTs pump and then coins after. Yeah, it's sort of like this correlation right now, because if you think about it, like an NFT project that, you know, wants to mint at 0.05 and ETH is at 5,000, that's a huge difference versus a project that's minting at 0.05 and ETH is like 2,000 bucks, right? So it's a different atmosphere, and people are also getting in, well, American citizens anyways, they're also kind of prepping for tax season, right? Like if you're a self-employed individual, there's 4 different tax deadlines supposedly that you have to make. I was not aware of this until recently, but yeah, so people are going to be able to, or they need to be able to like pay taxes on some of these gains, and you can't pay in ETH. So depending on like when ETH was, and how much the NFT was, there could be some tricky things to work out. So let's see here. I'm going to have to squeeze Ivan over just a little bit. Wait, why isn't this moving? Is anything moving? Okay, I'm going to hide your name. Why isn't it showing me? You know what? I'll be right back, Ivan. There we go. How can I do it where it's like... I just want to see the floor... Ah! I just want to see the floor price come... Okay. So last 24 hours, Karafuru is kind of holding steady. It seems like there's kind of like a consolidation around the low 3 floor price, which is interesting given the current state of the market. People are saying that we're going to go into bear, but personally, if you're looking at the data every single day and you're doing this full time like I am doing every single day, we've been in bear. Like, what are you talking about? We've been, like, this could be a mini bear, but it's still a bear. Cool Pets, they finally just minted out the rest of the public sale this morning at 1 p.m. EST, so I was still asleep. But it minted out completely, although there has been people saying that there's a bot who minted like 280 eggs for himself or herself, and it's like they delayed. I mean, look, I love the Cool Pets and I love the Cool Cats team, and I think they're great for doing a lot of transparency, a lot of communication, both in Twitter Spaces and Discord. But they delayed this so many times, and there's been so many bumps that I just feel like it could have been done more smoothly. And in the end, bots got in anyways. You know, a lot of these delays were like, we want to prevent bots from taking up all the Cool Pets before, you know, the public can actually mint them. But unfortunately, that's kind of what happened. So it's like, I don't know, what do you do, right? But the floor is still kind of holding steady around the 2.5, which is good. I mean, unless you want to try and cop some more, but yeah. So here's the other project that, whoops, no, I don't want to click on that. Go back. So Goonies Gang, they minted yesterday, and this is kind of where I think Minty score is not really that accurate. They got up to like maybe 0.38, maybe 0.4, but it's kind of been flatline floor price action. And usually, you know, we've seen in the past like projects that are solid or really good projects, they just kind of moon instantly because you have all that hype. And this one definitely had a lot of hype. But when I was in the Discord, it was kind of like chaos. It was just like, there's like good hype, constructive hype towards a singular goal, and then there's just like chaotic hype everywhere in like a million different channels. And this is kind of what it was. So combined with the market, it's one of the reasons I did not mint a Goonies or buy from secondary. And also I'm just not really that interested in it. I feel like it's one of those like 3D avatar PFP projects that kind of came out after that whole 3D bubble, because we already had that like 3D avatar bubble last year. Bored Apes is down from over 100. Right now it's at 91. Clone X with Takashi Murakami, 14.2. Sandbox, 3.7. I'm long on Sandbox and Decentraland, so if this keeps dipping, I might cop one. I might sweep the floor with that one. Mutant Apes still doing pretty good, 19.8. And if you remember Mutant Apes, when they first dropped, it went down to like around 3 ETH. So I'm hoping that Cool Pets gets to this level. because we already kind of had like a little dip. When it first dropped for pre-sale, it was like 3.5, maybe 4, and now it's around 2.5. But you never know. Okay, can we talk about Squiggles real quick? Like, Squiggles, I literally got banned from their Discord this morning, right during Mint, for telling people to look up CoffeeZilla's tweet, which I should actually find for you guys. But, oh, well, I had it up already. Okay, so this thing is such a rigged Mint. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's pretty much a rug. And they did a 1 ETH mint, Dutch auction of 1 ETH, where he had a post on here. Oh, here it is. So he said, Squiggles NFT used a series of shadow wallets to buy their NFTs and make it seem like it was selling well. Only a tiny fraction of their sales are real. Arcelin, aka Amateur on Instagram, is a scammer. And you can look through all these different tweets. You know what? I'm going to put it in chat. What up, Phil? Hello, Ben. Yeah, so they immediately basically trying to skip or flip the Squiggles. And my whole take is like, why are we surprised that this is a rug? Like, this was initially a project that just lazy copied doodles into 3D versions of doodles, basically. And doodles threatened to sue them. And then they immediately switched their art to something just like really shitty looking. And then they are trying to mint at 1 ETH. It's completely ridiculous, and they're literally banning everyone. Because I was saying in this tweet, like, thread or whatever, I was basically saying how I got banned, and then I got like 10 different responses that were like, I got banned too for asking this question, and banned for asking this question. So, and then they held an AMA that was like 10 minutes, where the guy didn't let anyone ask him anything. He didn't let anyone come on stage, and it was just him being like, oh, everyone's just flooding us and da-da-da and all this stuff. So, honestly, like, you're a loss. Moving on, NFT Worlds is still flying. I don't know why. I gotta learn about NFT Worlds. This one, there are so many different digital land projects coming out that I'm like, it's a whole new skill set, because you can kind of figure out the rarities of PFP projects, right? It's like, oh, gold fur, cool, that's rare. Or you go on rarity tools and whatnot. But for like digital land, it's kind of different from what I understand, which is like very little. But it's basically like proximity to other valuable parcels of land, and I guess kind of like scarcity within that world and what is being built on it. And I don't know, it's like, it's the next thing for sure, but it's not really interesting to me right now. Hape is 3.39, artifact. I'm just going to skip the artifacts because they're all pretty high. This one's actually kind of new. This one I think was airdropped along with the artifact Pod X's. Raid Party Heroes is back above an ETH. Okay. They were kind of struggling a little bit below an ETH for a while. Pixelmon, still dipping. Still zero sympathy. I think also Pixelmon was kind of like an indicator of the type of market that we're at. That and Squiggles, if it weren't such a rug. But all these projects that are minting, they're seeing their floors being undercut because people want liquidity, they want exposure to ETH, that sort of thing. And so these new projects are going to have some trouble, I think, if they're going to be dropping like this week. Who knows when next week is, because NFT land just moves that fast. Doodles is actually holding pretty steady at 13 and 2.25. In Mechaverse, God, that was such a scam. Cool Cats is coming back up a little bit. Adidas, the forever stablecoin. I think the next come up is potentially the doggies from the Bored Ape ecosystem, because so recently the Bored Ape founders got doxxed by BuzzFeed, which technically wasn't really a dox because they're a legally incorporated company out of Delaware, and so that information is public, and therefore like these founders dox themselves. And also they're in so many talks with investors, with different Web2 partners, and they're running a potential like billion-dollar company. So it's kind of like this, like the writing was on the wall. But with the ecosystem that they have been building, I could see the Bored Ape Kennel Club coming up right like with the mutant apes. It will be interesting to see how they're positioned in the game that Bored Ape is building, as well as with the tokenomics of the Bored Ape that's coming up with their new token. So maybe keep an eye on this one. Capsule House is coming up again to 2 ETH. I was gonna scoop one of these up if it fell to like 1 ETH or 0.9, 0.8. I feel like the previously super hyped projects like Alien Friends and Coolmans, they kind of lost their buzz. Maybe it's because they're, heads down building right now, but I don't really hear much about them anymore. Yeah, I think a lot of these projects are just kind of like, they're kind of just struggling right now to keep up, unless they just recently dropped and have like a mini hype. Anyways, all right, so, and this was the Squiggles rug alert that people have circulated on Twitter, which basically goes page by page like an actual manual. It's 57 pages. And it's literally like doxing the scammers, and it is so in depth. There's so many screenshots. There's like Ether scan transactions. Like you just go and dig through their wallet. It's crazy. I didn't mint, so like whatever. I didn't lose money on that. Okay, so these are the projects that I'm looking forward to, keeping my eyes on. The first one is Ali and his friends. So this fox is a really, really famous cartoon character in China. He was like the cutest little cartoon, had his own series and everything. I actually have a whitelist because I hold, I think, Fanta bears. Oh, that's the other thing, right? Like, if you buy something and it dumps, but you have conviction in it, you don't necessarily need to join the undercutting of the floor, right? Because, like, I've gotten so many whitelists just from holding onto collections that I believe in, like the Asian collection, the Asuna collection, the Fancy Bear collection, and those floor prices have substantially dropped since, last couple of weeks, or even last month when they were at like their peaks. And even Azuki right now, like, they don't seem to be doing much, but their floor is kind of holding steady. And so I don't really see the point in selling for such a huge loss when these projects continue to build and continue to form partnerships with other projects. And it's kind of like free money, literally, just by holding. It's like passive income kind of, but you gotta kind of grind for it too. So anyways, this one is followed by Tasty Bones. I gotta unfollow Squiggles. And 38 other people. This one caters obviously to more than just the Western audience and demographics. This one caters to the Asian demographics, and we've seen that the Asian market can pump some shit up. So I definitely am keeping my eyes on this one. And it's also relevant with like the Winter Olympics right now. So this one is minting pre-sale February 14th, Valentine's Day. And yeah, it's pretty cute. The next one I am looking at is Steve Aoki. One thing that I want to say real quick is like, I generally am not a fan of celebrity cash grabs, people that just come in the space and try and use their Web 2 clout to just launch a project and like that's it, right? But the exception is there are celebrities like Paris Hilton and Steve Aoki that have, I feel, genuinely been in the space long enough that this isn't like a cash grab. And plus, Steve Aoki is well positioned in the music part of the metaverse, which I am very, very bullish on long term, and I think it's going to be like the next wave if you watch any of my previous videos. Definitely check out the one where I mention music projects in NFT projects. So he's going to be launching his, and he says it's going to be combining an entire career's worth of relationships, music, art, network into an exclusive membership community. And I have a whitelist to this one from Holding Asian, and I think they also did a whitelist with, was it Asuna or Fanta Bears? But basically, like, the Asian projects are giving out whitelists for this. I honestly, I'm just kind of like excited about this one. I think he has enough clout and like legitimacy in the space to push this project somewhere. Yeah, Steve Aoki is for sure an interesting fellow. He's kind of like had his hand in so many things, and he was early with collaborating with People Pleaser, the girl who got really big for doing the animation for Uniswap. I think it was V3, but he's not just like some random like celebrity just scooping in here. He's like somewhat legit, you know, not as long as maybe Paris Hilton has been in the space, but he's definitely a supporter. He buys and supports and collaborates with a lot of the people that I've been following, a lot of the OGs, so this looks really cool. This one, I think, pre-sale is February 12th. Let's see. I need a photo shoot like this. Oh, so, okay. So if you get an NFT, you get access to pre-sale, free mints, future NFT releases, partner drops, free tour tickets to hundreds of dates worldwide, digital and physical collectibles, free apparel, wearables, and exclusive access with some of the world's most iconic IP, token-gated access to Aokiverse, virtual metaverse performances, and more. And the cap is going to be 50,000. 25,000 will be made for initial public release. And I think there's going to be like a hierarchy too. Like depending on how many you have, the more access and the higher levels you can be. So I'm definitely going, oh, here it is. Yeah, the levels. So I'm definitely going to be using my whitelist for this one. Steve Aoki, what up? All right. So the other projects, this one I'm kind of just going to bundle into the same like group, and that's basically Starcatchers, Wonder Pals, and Weather Report. And they're all dropping like in the same week, supposedly. They're basically really hyped, and I could see the potential here because their founders and the groups that support them are kind of just overlaps from the same people that have been moving this space for the last year. And I know some of these people too in real life, meeting them through Cool Cats. So it's a lot of those same people who kind of were like really early. You know, there's apes, there's cats, there's lemons, there's toy boogers. It's that group that is really part of this community. And all three projects have people from like the same group. The art I feel like is kind of similar, like especially Wonder Pals. Starcatchers, cute, but this one's really more about like the people that are behind this. You have notable people in the space, and it's actually really hard to get whitelist. Discord is closed for Starcatchers and Wonder Pals. I think Discord Oh, I think Discord is also closed for weather report, but I managed to get in that one before they closed it. And I think these are going to have a little pump when they initially mint. Mint date for this one is February 22nd. This one is 26th. Weather report hasn't really said on their Twitter yet. Oh, 24th. So yeah, literally the same week. I think, let's see, Wonder Pals is going to be 0.08. So I could see this running up to like 0.2 to 0.5 in the first hour. Weather report, what are they minting at? Yeah, I'm not sure what this one is minting at. I think this was the project. Yeah, so this one was the project, or was it Invisible Friends? There's this new technique now, whitelisting people who basically buy the merch of the project before it mints. I think maybe this was part of it. And then let's see, Star Catchers, they're minting at, let's see. There's zero, oh my god, there's like zero information. There's no websites, just in the Discord. This one's very exclusive. And they've also partnered with Andrew Wang, who's really big in the space, so I can definitely see a push with this one. So, yeah, those are the projects keep my eyes on. Also, keep your eyes on ETH, because it is still correlated. And let's see what's minting live. Man, people are still minting Squiggles. That is just sad. It's like, wait, okay, hang on. I want to show this one video I think is really funny. Where is it? Yeah, there's nothing really interesting going on right now. Yes, be selective with your ETH this month. A lot of people are cashing out. Where was this guy? Oh, dude, y'all have to watch this. It's really funny.
There's like 100,000 people in their Discord. So many people on Twitter. One of the most hyped projects right now. I cannot wait to mint this. It looks like their team is undoxed, but yeah, I don't really give a shit about that at all. It's got the hype. What's going on, guys? I cannot fucking wait to send Squiggles to the moon. Wait a second, it says that there's a Dutch auction starting at 1 ETH? What the hell? I mean, if the Dutch auction is starting at 1 ETH, then surely it's going to be selling for more than 1 ETH after, right? Wait a second, what is this link? Squiggles rug alert photo evidence. Huh. Well, this looks cool and everything, but the project's got the hype, so I'm going to fucking mint it. Alright, and minted. Let's see where this goes. I just minted 5 of these. There's no way that I don't make money on this. Wait, if the mint was 1 ETH, then why are people listing for 0.9? Why is the floor 0.7? Why is the floor 0.5? Guys, what the fuck are you doing? Everybody delist right now. These are going to absolutely fucking explode. Guys, 10 ETH is going to happen. Everybody that is listing for under 1 ETH is a fucking idiot. I am sweeping the floor right now. Dude, I'm gonna have to undercut the fucking floor so we can get out of this. Guys, everybody delist right now. We are all holding these and we will not sell. None of us. Get me the fuck out of this, dude. What did I do? Everyone was saying it was a rug. I literally just read the document. It's a clear rug and I minted it anyway. Why? Whew, okay. I just sold. I just lost about $15,000, but it's whatever. Time to FUD. These founders just rugged us. This project is going to 0. Good fucking luck. Everybody can eat shit and fuck you. Well, that kind of sucked, but all on a good day's work. I'm ready to lose another $20,000 tomorrow because I'm a fucking idiot.
So funny, so accurate. But yeah, so I think that's going to be the stream for today. I'm going to try and do this more regularly, maybe like twice a week. Oh, what up, what up? Check out Street Ducks. There's so many Ducks projects though. Let's see what their Twitter is like. Yeah, no, not interested. They're not following by anyone following, and yeah. Cool. Thanks for tuning in. How do I get out of this? Oh my god, where's the thing? Okay. Bye everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna stream, let's see. How about Monday and Wednesday? Let's do that. Next stream Monday, 10 a.m. PST. Okay. Peace out, guys. Oh!